So y'all, first I'm going to preface by saying nobody is here. Because every time I film at work, people say, shouldn't you be watching the pool? Well, nobody's here. There's no one to watch. I just got done my meeting with the leasing office manager. It was about a 2-hour-long meeting. Just a bunch of stuff to, cover. Because the kids at the pool this year have been hell. And if you think I'm kidding, hold on. I'm going to show you some photos. So we had to have a meeting and all because chairs keep getting ripped. And, we're running out of chairs very quickly. I probably got rid of, 20 this year already. We've been open for 2 weeks. So we had a meeting talking about, the budget and stuff. And the thing with the budget is, this year we can either get chairs or umbrellas, but we can't get both. So after much discussing, 2 hours about, we came upon the consensus we'll order the umbrellas, not chairs. Because if y'all want to rip the chairs, you can sit on the ground. That's on you. The umbrellas weren't their fault. Those ripped due to, rain and wind and exposure. So umbrellas seemed like the smarter option. You know what, y'all? I'm going to talk my mess for a minute, and yes, I am, and I don't care if I offend a big creator or not. Because these big creators are so far out of touch. Y'all are sitting here, bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining because you only made $4,000 off an hour of work. I work 2 jobs, to put this into perspective. Sometimes 8 hours, a lot of times 16. And I also still have to do DoorDash and Uber Eats. And I'm barely making it by. And y'all are crying about $4,000 off an hour of work. What I would actually give to make $4,000 in an hour doing what you do. Oh, my job's so hard. I'm not gonna knock it. It probably is kind of hard. But your schedule is so flexible. And as long as your content's up, you literally can make money sitting on your ass. Meanwhile, a lot of us are working 2-3 jobs just to get by. And we have no free time. People cannot drive. Now, I'm not the best driver in the world, but I know how to drive. And most of all, I know when it's my right of way. So I'm on my way to work, just got here, and I'm sitting at this stoplight. And it's a stoplight right before you head to my job. And there's a red car with their blinker on, and then I'm first in the row to go through this light when it changes. So the light turns green. I start going to go through the light to get on the road to my job. Mind you, I'm going straight, this car is turning, and this car turns and just barely hits their brakes enough to not hit me. Literally almost T-bones me because they weren't paying attention. And then they had the nerve to flick me off. So I roll down my window and I go, and me and Henna have been doing this to people recently because they don't know how to react to a thumbs down. They're like, what the fuck? Because it's more of an I'm disappointed in you, not a fuck you.
Our bodies would be constantly sore. Our joints would always be swollen. It was insane. But I fucking loved it. It was I wouldn't want to do anything else. It was I was so fucking passionate about it. I wouldn't want to do anything else. It was to waking up doing it all over again. And I somehow never got sick of it. And it was just it was it was the love of my life. I was obsessed with it. And it was fun. And performing was the best. Performing was the best feeling of my life. I've never felt a feeling like that. It's you're so nervous and then you black out and you perform and then you get off stage and it's just the most magical feeling. And so I was addicted to it and I could not stop.
On today's episode of My Life is a Hot Mess Express traveling at 100 miles per hour and crashing. I had an issue with the padlock, which y'all probably know by now. And then I get into the pool. And you know what? Let me just show y'all what I walked into because this was not there when I left yesterday. It's a chair in the freaking pool. And guess who gets to get in and get this? Me. So, of course, because I have to get in and get it, it can't stay in there. I go straight in, not thinking. The water was so cold because it's cloudy today and there's a 60% chance of rain, 55, something like that. It might have been 65, I really don't remember. So I get in and get this chair out of the pool. And then I come back into the office and the chair blew back into the pool. And it's just this one chair. I don't know how it keeps doing it. It's nowhere near the pool. So I had to get back in and get it back out. I'm so over it. So guess what happened to me yesterday? So I've been having what I would call a very rough week. So I woke up yesterday morning And I decide I'm going to check my voicemails because I'm waiting to hear back if I got this job. So I'm looking, like, trying to go through my voicemails, but there's nothing there. Nothing. Now, why is this a problem, you may ask? It's a problem because the last voicemails I had from my grandfather are on there. My grandfather died a year ago. So I'm like, on the phone with T-Mobile, trying to figure out how to get these recovered, and they transfer me to Apple, and I'm on the phone for like 2 hours trying to get these recovered. They have no idea what happened to them. Then my friend asked me, well, are your pictures and videos still there? So I go look. From a year ago and back, I have nothing. Literally not a single thing. Don't know how it happened. So I get a call back from T-Mobile. They found a way to get everything back, but I have to pay $180. So I casually forgot my work phone at the pool. Me and Cara are now on our way back to get it because she is clingy and won't leave me alone. Love you, baby. So I'm supposed to work a 16-hour shift today. I don't know how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to be completely honest, because the heat index right now is 108. It's so hot. I'm already tired. And then I have to go from this job, drive to my other one. I don't even get off this job till 7. I have to be at my other job at 7:30. It's a 40-minute drive. And then I have to be there all night. And I truly don't know how I'm going to do it because I got 4 hours of sleep last night. Because I kid you not when I say I have been having the worst time trying to fall asleep. I don't know if it's because of everything I'm going through right now or if it's just insomnia, but I cannot sleep. So I'm like not able to get any rest. And then I'm coming out here and sitting in the sun for 9 hours, feeling like I'm suffocating nonetheless. And then I have to go to my other job and work 7 more hours. I'm irritated and I don't know how I'm getting through today, to be honest. It's hot. I'm irritated. I can't take this heat. And y'all, when I tell you, my lifeguard float, the thing we need to save people if they drown, it's melting. It's literally melting onto me. Like, that's literally the float melting onto me. It's also melting onto the guard stand. I don't know what to do about this. And my manager's like, oh, we can request a new one from the front. Okay, yes. But also, what do I do about it right now? Because it's hot, I'm irritated, this shit is melting. The sunscreen's not even protecting me at this point. I physically can barely breathe outside. I went through 4 bottles of water in an hour. I have no AC. I have this door open trying to get some, and I'm not getting anything because it's not circulating through here. Like, it is way too hot for this right now. So, I'm going to tell y'all this while I take my hair out. I just put it into a little braid for work today because I didn't really want to deal with it. But I'm convinced I have the worst luck with managers. Like, my manager I have normally, he's great, he's amazing, he's dope, he doesn't cause me any issues at all. However, when he is not at work, it tends to feel like hell has frozen over and the demons are coming out to play. So, my manager is not in this weekend, so he won't be stopping by my pool or anything. So, we have a replacement for him for the weekend. And this guy stopped by today. And, oh, if y'all thought my manager from last year was a pain in the ass, he ain't got nothing on this one. Not a dang thing. This man came into my pool today and told me I have to go buy trash cans to place around the pool. First off, I don't own this pool. I'm not spending my hard-earned money on trash cans for this pool. That's the leasing office's problem. Go to part 2. Welcome back to why I can't stand this replacement manager. He came in today. If y'all haven't seen my past videos, go watch them, or this is going to make no sense and have no context. So as we all know, me and him did not end on a very good note yesterday. So he comes in today, and I'm on my break. The breaks he told me not to take and to be cleaning the pool instead. Let's see if we can guess where this is going. So I'm sitting there and I'm eating my crackers, like my little snack. And he walks in, and he looks at me and goes, "Why are you just sitting here eating?" And I was like, "Because I'm hungry and I'm anemic, and if I don't eat, I will pass out." And he's like, "That's not an excuse. You should be in that pool cleaning those tiles." I say to him, like, I'm anemic. Like, I can't just not eat. Like, I ran out of iron pills. I haven't eaten any iron today. Like, I need to eat something at least. Like, if I pass out, you will have to call an ambulance. And then that's an even bigger problem. And he looks me dead in my face and goes, I think you're just being a little bit dramatic, don't you? Are you kidding? So, y'all, I got the most unexpected visitor today. Like, I did not see this coming from miles away. And realistically, I probably should have. But I didn't know he still worked for the company. Now, you're probably asking, who is it? My manager from last year, who I literally had a new disagreement with every single day. So I'm sitting on the guard stand. Nobody was here, but it's nice out, so I was just kind of chilling. And I hear a man's voice, and he's like, hey, come here. And he's at the gate. And so I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell? Like, the leasing office is open, coming through the door. So I walk over to the gate. He's like, hey, do you remember me? And I'm like, yeah, you're so-and-so. You were my manager last year. And he's like, yeah, I just wanted to come check in on you to see how everything's been so far this year, how you're doing, how the pool's been, like what's been going on, if you're doing okay. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, everything's been fine, a little chaotic, but that's to expect. And then there was just like this long minute of silence. And he was like, okay, well, I'm going to leave. So here's the thing. I have 5 minutes till I have to be at work. And of course, me being me, I had to stop and get my Dunkin' in the morning because if not, I am not going to do well today. I also had to stop and get sunscreen and bug spray. Now, how far away from my job are you might ask? I also now have 4 minutes. I'm 8 minutes from my job. And the best part about being 8 minutes from my job is literally 3 of the streets are school zones. So I have to go like the speed limit. I can't go like 5 over. So let's see if I make it. I'm bringing you guys with me for this one because I don't think I'm going to make it. It's 10:42. I have to be there at 10:45. I now have 3 minutes. Okay, we are now passing a car. Oh, we're passing a Bronco. For those of you who don't know, next year I plan on buying a Bronco. I hit a red light for like 2 seconds. I now have 2 minutes. And I just hit a light where it's not my right of way. Crap. Okay, we've turned. Yep, I'm officially late. I don't know what it is about this pool, but it seems I'm never going to catch a break. Also, if you're wondering why I'm filming, there's another guard here. We're originally a 1-guard pool, but they have 2 of us here today, so we're switching on and off. So she's watching the pool right now. Anyways, so these 2 ladies come in here, right? And when they walk in, I'm like, hey, do you guys have your pool bands? Because for the leasing office, we have to ask, and if they have the season before last or last season, they cannot swim. And I have been told by the manager of the leasing office, if they do not have them, they need to leave. If they refuse to leave, you call me so-and-so or so-and-such. I'm not saying names. So they're like, no, we left our pool bands in our apartment, da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, can one of you run and grab them? They come back with the bands, but they're from 2 seasons ago. So I asked them, like, do you guys have the ones for this year by chance? And they say no. So per the manager, I'm like, okay, well, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you can't be in here without the new ones. And they start yelling at me because they didn't go get them. And I tell them, I'm sorry, guys, but you guys cannot be in here without them. And we basically did this whole back and forth until I got the other part 2 about the replacement manager I have this week. And boy, is he a fun time. So not only did he tell me I had to go out with my hard-earned money that I work for and go buy trash cans for a pool I don't own, the leasing office should be providing. He also decided to tell me he doesn't want me taking breaks. As in the mandatory break they are legally required to give me. But oh, it does not end there. He still wants me clocking out for my breaks, but he wants me scrubbing this pool top to bottom, cleaning every inch of this pool, even where people are sitting on my break. He wants me cleaning and working on my break, but still wants me to clock out for them, but continue working. In what world? Because I will call the freaking State Department of whatever the heck I have to call right now, man. Like, sir, I know you did not just say what you just said. That is illegal. Quite literally illegal. Like, so I just came out of the grocery store, right? I literally went in to pick up steaks and earrings. And I also grabbed flowers while I was there. And a watch. Because A, I needed a new watch, and B, I needed flowers. But that's not the point of this video. The point is, I'm going to come out of the store. Like, I literally just need to get out of the store to go to my car. Because I have to go pick up a part for my car. And this man walks up to me. And he's like, hey. And I'm very vividly ignoring him. Like, bro, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm trying to avoid every form of communication with this man. I didn't even look at him. And he like stands right in front of me and he's like, so you're just not going to say hi? Like, no, I'm not. It was never my intention to. And he's like, don't you with Ziggy in them? I'm like, no. And I keep trying to walk away from this man. And he starts body blocking me. Like full on chest body blocking me from getting out the store. And a worker sees this and is like, sir, you need... Y'all know what I want to know? When the hell did my pay grade go from lifeguard to babysitter? Because babysitting your children is way above my pay grade. I kept having kids walk in after school today. Now, the restrictions for the pool are 16 by yourself, or if you are under 16, you have to have an 18-year-old with you. I don't know why they're like that, but I am very grateful they are some days. So anyway, I kept having kids come in there today and sit down. And I'd be like, hey, do you mind me asking, how old are you? And 9 times out of 10, kids are very honest with me about it. I'm like, okay, well, you do need someone over the age of 18 with you. And they're like, well, my mom or my dad said I can sit here. I look at them like, honey, I'm sorry, that's really not the case. Like, you have to be at least 16. Like, when did their parents decide I was a babysitter?